here. First of all, I'm in a different house. This is the tree house that we have at Treehouse Estonia. But I've decided to try something new, something fun. Until, well, first of all, I will not be able to have all the authors that I would like to talk with. But what I can do is try something different while filling up my fantasy treehouse still with amazing books. But I thought how to do it, how to make it fun, how to present also for everyone else how is it that I'm exactly experiencing the books that I'm reading. So I came up with a brilliant idea where I will mix books with taste. And I've been always wondering, how do the books actually taste like? There are amazing book recs out there. There are amazing people who read and then they talk about the books, how they fell for them, what they've experienced, and bringing comparisons of how exactly the books differentiate from one another. I was really wondering how to bring it across to you, to others out there. How did they actually feel? Because you cannot create emotion, but what you can do is create taste. So this is going to be an adventure. I'm going to try to read 4 books a week, but that's also being very optimistic because I'm doing this. I'm reading books, I'm writing my own, I'm trying to juggle also everything else by being a mum and keeping everything else aligned and the tree houses. So if I just read also sometimes 1 a week, that's fine. But I don't want to just show them. I also want that you have the opportunity to taste them. So today, this week, we're gonna do 4 books. Actually, we're gonna do 2 sagas and 2 books. One is completed, one is not, and they're gonna be different. And I think it's gonna be fun, something different for everyone. So let's go. I thought, what better way to start this carousel than to start actually with the Empyrean series. Namely, we're talking about Fourth Wing Saga by Rebecca Yarros. Listen, now, before anyone says anything, that some types of foods, desserts, whatever the hell you want to say that go alongside with the books is irrelevant. I'm not taking a jab on what's important. I'm not trying to make it anything else than when I read the books. What did I think? Or how did I feel that they could taste like? So, if anyone's coming after me that this is not a normal chocolate cake, which it's not, I can take the blows. It's fine. It's okay. But when I read them, this is what I kind of envisioned. And whoever out there still hasn't read it, and you're thinking, what could a book taste like? Then, in my opinion, my personal experience, this is what I've envisioned. So, what do we have here? We have a double espresso, and we have a chocolate chili cake. The thing is, I know that the chocolate cake, it has a special meaning there. Who knows? Who know? They know. But when I read them, and then I thought back what the books felt like while I was reading them. It was fast paced, it was intense, there was danger, spice. Okay, maybe I should be sitting on a throne. But there's love, courage. It's a book that keeps surprising you because you don't know what's coming next. Also, Rebecca Yarros is not afraid to kill our beloved characters out of the blue, out of nowhere, so no one's safe. I really hope Riddick's safe. FYI, I really hope he doesn't go down the drain or die or fall off a dragon or something. But this is why I paired it with a double espresso, because who sleeps in Basquiat anyway? And yeah, what else goes on with the War College and overall the whole series until now? I think we might need a triple one once the next one is coming out. I truly, truly think that the espresso will not be going anywhere. Maybe it will go alongside with a shot of vodka, because whiskey is too smooth for for these books. But it kept me on my edge of my seat. Um, I really feel for Violet. I mean, she did not intend in the beginning to go where she was pushed to go by her lovely mother. And in the end, she became a person, I think, who she's always meant to be. But there's a little homage for our lovely dragons, Andarna and Tairn. Maybe I should have put some blue also in it. But no, I think it's those two dragons that are the epicenter of the whole story. And yeah, let's taste it again, what the books felt like. And is it actually how it tasted? I mean, it's a chocolate cake, but there's a kick to it. Because it needed some spice. Oh boy. And a double espresso. I don't think I will be sleeping tonight. This is how I think these books have tasted like so far. There is this kick. It's still going, and I don't like spicy food. But it's a good cake, huh? Let's go to the next one. As my second book this week, I chose Wings of Starlight by Alison Saft. It was airy, it was magical. It's also from Disney, so they are the Never Fairies, or it's the realm that now was discovered. And it was interesting to read a Disney book that was, well, one could argue that it was meant for adults, but it was a lovely read. It was very airy, and the whole time I read it, I just, even though that there was dark themes going on, darkness, something was trying to take over the world, Pixie Hollow, it still felt like a heavenly, tasty slice of cake. Also, it's actually said there that the Queendom of Pixie Hollow is like a cake that's sliced into four. And where in the heart there is the Queendom, the tree then that grows there, and then there is the four seasons: the spring, summer, autumn, and then winter. So it's about Clarion, and she is the next fallen star who is meant to be the next queen to take over of the Pixie Hollow and all the fairies. And she's different. She feels out of place. She feels that perhaps she's not really meant to be the next queen, even though she's trying very hard to mimic what the other one before her has taught her, has drilled into her. It's not her. She's different. She's hopeful. She's spiritful. Spunky. But no one's gone over to the winter season, as warm fairies cannot go to the cold because they will not survive there, and the cold fairies cannot come over to the warm seasons. So it is a very divided, where then Clarion feels the need to unify everything, because perhaps the past should not stay as past, and when she becomes queen, if she becomes queen, she wants to be fair to them all. So I did, because of all the lovely Disney feeling and this dreamy world, really. Come on, it's fairies. It's Tinkerbell, right? It's the Never Fairies. So I did this lovely jasmine cardamom latte, and then I did don't let it deceive you. I know it's blue. I tried. I'm not a baker, but I gave my best to make it pretty or to the theme. I had fun, but I made a white chocolate and raspberry layered cake. So I think it came out well. I think it tastes exactly like the book. I was really thinking what it is. I was thinking maybe it needs a little bit of spice. No, it doesn't. It's a smooth sailing. It's smooth chapters, and the way it's also written, it's very inviting and really lovely just. So it's this. This is what it tastes like. If you've been cooped up too much in the city, thinking about reconnecting with the nature, or just to travel, then come join me here. Come stay in one of these fantastical, beautiful tree houses. We've got 4 to choose from. So go visit treehouseestonia.ee. That is treehouseestonia.ee. Let's check it out. I think any fantastical library needs to have The Hobbit. It's a must. And I'd never read it before until now. I think it's wild that in 1937, when it was published, that it was meant as a children's book, when actually it's a lot of adults, especially now, that's been read by. I will surely try to read it to my kids. Let's see if they like it. It's it's quite a long book for a 4 and a 6-year-old, but wasn't it Tolkien himself who actually came up with the wild story of The Hobbit for his kids? So perhaps it's time to also pass this legend on to the next generation. But even though it's this wonderful journey, wonderfully written, I still felt the whole time like I was in a blanket somewhere next to a fireplace, and I just felt this warmth throughout the whole book. It was just like a big warm hug the whole time. So I thought, what better way to make Bilbo Baggins proud if I made an apple pie, but I did a cinnamon latte. Just needed a little bit of adventure. Couldn't be everything this homey feel, this homey taste. First time I tried it, was a lot of fun making it. I even surprised myself, but this is a book that you have to read if you haven't read it before, because it's just a must. It's the ABCs of fantasy world, I think. And I'm happy that I finally did it. I've been putting it off for quite some time now. Listen, I've seen the movies. I've seen Lord of the Rings. Love them. They are amazing. But I also haven't read the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I will do it. Don't know what that tastes like yet. That's a bigger one. But The Hobbit was easy. The Hobbit was simple. It just came to me right away while I was reading it. And I'm so happy that I did. And now I got to bake this awesome apple pie. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. So, The Hobbit, simple apple pie. Best is if it's straight out of the oven. Warm hunk, just that you want to melt into. And a dash of cinnamon in the latte. I do think Bilbo Baggins will be proud. Let's see what the next one is. This is a fantastic idea. I mean, come on, I get to eat cakes. Doesn't always have to be cakes, though. The books can be homemade bread with a slab of salty butter, or it can also be a burnt loaf. Sorry, I'm gonna read some spicier books. I'm not a spicy reader, okay? I'm gonna read some dark romance, and it might be just a shot of vodka. But this one is not. So, long time ago, I read the Suki Stackhouse series. 13 books. Okay, there's just one. There's the rest, and I have 2 on Kindle. And also, no hate, because I've had these books for years, okay? They've traveled with me all across Europe. I've lived in different countries, and they came with me, okay? So, some of them have seen better days, I have to admit. But this cake and this drink did not travel with me. I made them. So, this is Black Forest cake, and this is sangria, red wine. Now listen. Taste. We're talking about taste. It doesn't have to be a pure glass of good red wine. This is not what the books tasted like, okay? Also, not the ending, but this is another story. But it's a woman, Suki Stackhouse, who lives in Louisiana. And she's not ordinary. Not by any means. But she's lovely. And across the books, it came out very often that she was like sunshine. Maybe even tasted like sunshine. And this is why I paired it with this. Now, we've got our boys. Bill, we've got Eric, Alcide. I think it was Alcide. It's a long time ago. So if anyone hasn't read them but seen the series True Blood, the books are better. The series was okay, but it deviated a lot what the books were like. Really, really a lot. It's a fun read. It's a dirty read. It's a pleasurable read. But it's got gore. It's got some action, danger, and it's got bars. So, I also made this Black Forest cake quite bloody. But the dark chocolate, vampires, the red, well, we know why that is. The white, source of humanity and hope, feels lighter. And then we have the sangria. Well, first of all, red wine. But it needed to taste a little bit like sunlight. And I think it goes really well with all the books. I think that's what summer tastes like. But if you want to know how the books taste like, go make this yourself. Buy it. I don't care. Before you commit to 13 books, but it's truly worth it. Go have a read. It's a lot of fun. I might buy newer versions, healthier. Some that are not so worn down. I'm not gonna show you one book before the book police is called upon me, but I'm gonna place them in my library once it's ready. All 13 of them next to all the rest of them, and it's gonna be fucking magical. So, if you want to know what the next books taste like, come visit us again next week. I'll see you next time.